Is this the best pie you've seen all week? Oh, it's amazing. Old school cooking with a bit of a twist. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a recipe. I must say it's not just for the Irish, but it's definitely Irish. Okay, well I've got some corned beef. Now you can use corned beef from the store, canned corned beef, anything like that. I've got potatoes for mash. I've got cheddar, a couple of different colours. I've got parsley, onions, milk, and I've got a cabbage. And we're putting it all together and we're going to make an easy corned beef and potato slice. We're going to butter up some cabbage and we're going to make a parsley sauce. But you know, I've got some Irish cheddar and we're going to put it together and make a parsley cheese sauce. Sounds fantastic. It is fantastic, and I can tell you now, ready rolled pastry makes it even easier. Also, it can be frozen. Let's get on and make it, come on. Potatoes, I've already cubed them. We're going to shove some salt in there and we're going to chuck them on to boil. We're making mashed potatoes. Now, we're going to mash them dry with just a little tad of butter, just to put some butter in there, you know. Right, I'm going to get these on behind me. So we need to be prepping up some veg. Okay, our cabbage then. Doesn't get any easier, we're slicing it. Now, you know, just trim it off, get rid of the rubbish that you don't want. We don't want those leaves on there, look. That one's all right. In there. Now, you can do whatever you want with the core. You can eat it. You can leave comments. I don't want it. It's gone. Okay? We don't want the core. And we want to slice the cabbage. And that goes in a bowl. So just slice up your cabbage. Cabbage prepped. One side. We got some green onion, scallions. Now, nothing too fancy on this. Just nice and steady. Just mince them over a little bit. A little fine dice on there. As fine as you like, actually. We're just going to chuck this in with a mashed potato. But we're not going to make it like champ. We're not infusing any milk for this, because this is going inside a pie and the flavour is not going to make any difference with the corned beef. So they're in there. Parsley. We want a couple of tablespoons of chopped up parsley. We're making a parsley sauce. So just run your knife over any which way that you normally do. That'll do. We're not going to do any more than that. I've already diced up my onion, so we're already going. Corned beef, use out of a tin. Use your homemade if you've got it, if you make it like I do. Or just use corned beef from the store. Get yourself a pan. In there, butter. Flame on. Now this is home cooking today. This is butter, milk, all the good things. If you like to cook with avocado oil, you are watching the wrong recipe. We want to saute the onions. We want to take the rawness out of the onions, because that is part of our ingredients in our pie. But we don't want to be putting raw onions in. Now if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Big thumbs up. Leave a comment, say hello. Love to know where you are in the world. So just saute those onions nice and steady. Okay, when that rawness has come out of there, in there with those green onions, scallions. This is no cooking at all. It's probably about 20 seconds actually. We just want to put that in there. We've got a lovely mash of colour now. Just what we're wanting. I'm turning my flame off. We don't need the flame on. There's enough heat in this pan to actually cook these scallions. So there you are, that's our scallions and onion there. That's that job finished. We just wait for our potatoes to finish boiling up. Give them a mashing. Okay, we want a fairly dry mash. Now, these mashed potatoes I've drained, I've shoved them back on to dry out the water. And you just give them a shake, you know, and the water comes off. So we've got fairly dry potatoes. In there, butter. A little bit of seasoning on this. This is going inside the pie. Now you can season as much as you want, that's up to you, and you can put in what you want. You know, if you want chili flakes and things in there, get it in. Just give those a mashing up. It's a fairly dry mash, this one, and we don't want super fine mash. Keep texture in this. Definitely keep texture. We want potato inside our pie and not some creamed out runny stuff. That'll do. We're going to chuck our onions and scallion in there. Just give that a stir through. Now you want to be cooling this down a little bit, if it will. We're not trying to make it go clap cold, it doesn't matter, but we'll cool it down and we're going to stir the corned beef in. Okay, now we're just going to chuck in our corned beef. And don't give it a good mashing in. You know, we want chunks of corned beef in with our mashed potato. Really emphasize, don't just mash it all in there. Keep a loose mix. That is good enough. It wants to be like that, you know. You want to see the corned beef in there with the mash, you know. We're going to do a sneaky one here. This is Worcester sauce. Okay, we want a little bit of an umami flavour in there. Now, we're not going to go crazy. We want about a teaspoon. But just stir it all the way through. And that's going to put that flavour, a nice hidden flavour in there. I'm going to really pep it up, actually. There you go. I'm going to take some mustard powder. Now we're going to go for about half a teaspoon only. Nice, gentle stir through. And you have got a fantastic pie filling there. Now for me today on here, I've got a 9 by 13. I'm going to chuck in some parchment paper in the bottom. That can sit in there. That's going to help us get the pie out. I've already stretched my pastry, okay? This is going to be the top. And this is the bottom. And as you can see, we have an overhang where I want to crimp it up. So we need to get that in there. So that fits inside there, as we know. So we can do that. And we can do that. We can peel off this plastic. And all you do is just work it in. Now we do want a little bit of an overhang all the way around. We've got a fantastic overhang on the sides. And we're going to bring this one up like this at this side. Just stretch it up. Now it doesn't matter because it's going to be a crust. So just stretch it up. Okay, there you go. So, in we go. Grab yourself a fork and let's have that in there. Now you don't have to squash it. You know, it's going to find its own way when it cooks. Now what I'm going to do is come up to the sides, but I'm not going to come up to that side, look. We're going to have to work the pastry into there. If we can get it up to the side and lift up the pastry, that'll be absolutely brilliant. Now, give it a little roughing up. Rough it up like that. And now you're coming on there with some cheddar. The cheese goes on the inside. Oh, come on. And you know, I put 50 grams in the recipe, but you want to put 100 grams, 200 grams, you want a cheesy top, shove on what you want. And then we're going to take our pastry top. Now these sides that we had, bring over and just give them a little clamping up like that. And again, look, this one wasn't very good here, so we've got this overhang, so use the overhang, tuck it under and now we've got a fantastic crust. We're not worried. Crimp it up. It could still burst open, you know, but it's only going to burst open there, so we're not going to worry about it, are we? Come on. Again, over the top. So there we are, we've got a pretty good crust going on there. Now this thing could split open. Don't worry about it. Now you can put any design on you want. It's entirely up to you. You know, a bread knife, but the end that is not even sharp, just score the top gently. And we need to cut some vents in the thing. You know, it's a pie and it needs venting. So you work out roughly where you want to put some vents. I'm just going to come in here like this. And I'm going to come down the pastry line that we actually have just marked out. And you can put as many vent holes in as you so wish. That's a pretty good job, I reckon. Right, what we need to do now is egg wash the top. Okay, this is egg and milk. So just give that a beating. It's only a little bit of milk in there. It's just to make it go further. But we want the egg. The egg is going to give us a nice golden colour on the top. If we'd have just used the milk, it'd have been a lighter colour. So it was straight on there. Now don't forget, this could have been frozen before egg washing. And then you just bring it out, thaw it, egg wash it, cook it in the oven. Okay, that's going in the oven and it's going to go in for about 25 minutes. So let's get it in. Come on. Come on, look at that. Is that the best looking pie you're going to see this week? Okay, we're going to let this cool down. It's got to cool down for about 10 minutes, so give us a chance to do our cabbage and our parsley cheese sauce. Okay, we're sticking with the old-fashioned ways with this one. We're boiling the cabbage. Now you can steam it, you can pan fry it, you can do anything you like. In there, our cabbage, and you can stick a lid on if you want. I'm not bothered. I'm going to give that cabbage a little boil in there. It's only going to boil for about 4 minutes. Okay, we've had about 4 minutes. Take that off and we'll let it sit in the water while we make the parsley sauce. Then we're going to drain it, chuck some butter and pepper in. Let's get a pan on. In the pan, butter. It's a nice steady one, this, to bring this sauce together. And we will be using Dijon mustard for an underlying twang. Okay, we have that butter melting in there. In with some flour. Nice little stir in. Nice little cook on that flour in there. Take out the rawness of the flour. We want to be going in there with our milk. All the milk, not bits. Want to hit that up with a little bit of salt. Going in there with some black pepper. Going in there with a little bit of Dijon mustard. Now you can use any mustard really. It just gives a nice little twang in there in our parsley sauce. And we're going in there with our parsley. And there you go, you've got a lovely parsley sauce there already. So there's your parsley sauce right there, look, beautiful. In there with some cheese. And now we've got a cheese parsley sauce. Absolutely super duper. Just dissolve that cheese in there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful sauce. Okay, drained cabbage back in the pan. In there, a chunk of butter, a little bit of pepper. Now you can salt it up, taste if you want, see what it's like. A little bit of salt, not much for me. And we're in. Come on, let's butter up that cabbage. Look at that. That is what we're wanting. That is home cooked flavour right there. So there's our pie on there. Remember that paper that we had underneath? That is going to help us get this pie off there. Come on, it's flaky, it's everything you need, and I want this corner. So we're coming in here. Oh, yes, please. I want the corner piece. Come on. We want a bed of parsley sauce and we want some to go over our cabbage. So on we go. Get that on there. Come on there. Look at that. Oh, yes, please. On there, some buttered cabbage. Oh, come on. Is this the best pie you've seen all week? Oh, it's amazing. All that cabbage on there. Come on, in. Oh, come on. Oh, we got the cheese, we got the corned beef, we got that potato in there. That is off the charts. That parsley cheese sauce is delicious. We got buttered cabbage, old-fashioned way buttered cabbage with just some pepper. Old school cooking with a bit of a twist. Look at that. This is a fantastic dinner. You know, this is one for St. Patrick's Day. This can be frozen, not a problem, so you can make it tomorrow, freeze it, bring it out the day before, defrost it, stick it in the oven, put some cabbage on, make a parsley cheese sauce, finished. Look at that. What do you think of that? I think this is real food. If you do like what we're doing, don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them all how easy it is to make the corned beef and potato slice. And don't forget, it's got a layer of cheese under there. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.